Morning, Jeff. Nice to meet you. I'm here with my senior tax agent who will be sitting in and watching our meeting today. Just running over some questions that you have regarding your tax return and how we can help and go about assisting you. What would you like to ask?
What documents will I need to provide for you to complete my tax return?
Okay, Jeff. We'll need your tenant and rental records from your statement. So I've looked at that. Your tenant and rental records showing that your rental income, any repairs and maintenance to the property, rates and water notices, etc. We'll need your ETP statement from your employer and your payment summary for the year as well. We'll also require any work-related expenses you may have incurred during the year, any donations that you've made as well. We will require necessary receipt for documentation, as without these we will only be able to claim up to the amount allowable without valid receipts. Okay,
what income is accessible to me? What do you need? What has to be assessed?
Well, Jeff, any income you've received from your previous employer, including your early termination payment, will be considered. You will also be receiving an income from your current plumbing situation, which you will need to give us a bit more details on, whether you're conducting the business as in you having a set wage, a salary, per hour, per job, how you're actually paying yourself. This will impact and how we set up your business.
What deductions can I claim against my employment earnings?
Jeff, you may be able to claim travel expenses, including motor vehicles if you carry tools in your own personal vehicle. You may be able to claim for tools, equipment, as long as you've kept the appropriate receipts. If you have any self-education expenses, any meals for working overtime, and you may also be able to claim a portion of your phone, internet, or computer or laptop if you've used it for work purposes.
What deductions... I've written out everything. What rebates may I be entitled to?
Well, Jeff, due to your age, you may be entitled to the Seniors and Pensions tax offset. However, the amount is variable and it does factor in a couple of things, whether you have a spouse and your taxable income for the year.
Back to the rental property, if I sold it, is there any tax consequences? Am I liable to pay any capital gains tax?
Depending on how much you sell the property for and when you sell the property, you may be liable for capital gains tax, as the property was purchased after 1985. If you sign a contract for the sale of the property this financial year, it will be applicable to this year's current tax return. However, if you do not sign a contract until next financial year, it will fall into that period.
What are your thoughts on registering my business for tax-related purposes?
Jeff, it's gonna have to depend on a few more situations that I will need to ask you. Personally, at your age, I guess it depends on what your goals are and where you see this business going. If it's more of a hobby you do on your days off, or whether it's something that you definitely might be employing other people for, I definitely recommend you turning it into a business and registering it for GST, because then you can claim everything like that. So yeah, any other questions, Jeff?
No, I think that's about it. Thanks so much for your help.
Alright, not a worry. Well, I will send you an email just with everything we've discussed today and everything that we will need, any information, and just a bit of advice on if you do sell your property, what we're going to be looking for and everything like that. It was a pleasure meeting you. Tamara, how well do you think you went providing advice to Jeff today, and what could you have done differently? Personally, I think I did okay. I did speak a little fast, bit nervous. I do want to research a few matters a bit further and email through the information to Jeff, so he has a detailed list of what he needs to bring in. In regards to the information about the possible sale of the client's property, what are the key considerations about the CGT?
I did believe I covered a lot of this in my conversation with Jeff, and these considerations will need to be taken on board once a contract has been placed on the property. He will be liable for either a capital gains tax loss or income, basically, but it will all depend on, I guess, when he sells the property and how much for.
Not a worry. Thanks, Tamara, for your time.